about the Utah Jazz? The Utah Jazz are the shock of the NBA season.
Chris, I did watch last night. They are fun to watch, too.
Well, Rob,
I'm dead serious. Like, their team is fun.
Because they're playing team ball. And they're 9-3. And, Rob, what this is showing, and I may have said this, in the past in regards to maybe another team, certainly wasn't the Jazz. But, Rob, what we see, the teams today that play 5-man basketball, move the ball, get everybody involved, they win to some degree. And 5-man ball is superior to 1 or 2-man ball. Now, if you got a Luka Doncic, they play pretty much, he does everything for them. And they spread the floor, and then he passes to them, and they shoot. But he's so great that they can win to some degree. We'll see if they can win the whole shebang. I don't think so that way, but we'll see. But that's all that this tells me, Rob. The Jazz and some of these other teams, Golden State, to me, that's been their formula during the whole Steph Curry reign.
I'll tell you this, too. It's about 3 or 4 guys the Lakers would love to have on their roster who can knock down threes, Chris. Jordan Clarkson is playing out of his mind.
One-time Laker.
Yep. He's playing
had
great.
A nice dunk on him. One-time Laker.
Yep. I mean, they would love to have, especially Jordan. He's playing great. I know he's been 6th man of the year, Chris, and now he's moved into the starting lineup.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice player.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
He's a nice player.
Yeah, but the Lakers, I can't believe the spread was only the Lakers got 6.5 points, Chris, last night without LeBron.
Without LeBron, without Pat Bev, and somebody else was out.
I thought to myself, that's the lock. Like, going to Utah. Utah beat them easily in L.A. with LeBron. And now, what did they win by? 30 points? 25 points?
20-something, 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Darvin, they fell to 2-8, Rob, the Lakers. And Darvin Ham, the new coach, he talked about it, and he said, look, don't expect the cavalry. There's no help on the way. Here he is.
We're a tax offender, right? We just can't go out and start spending money everywhere to build a team. We have 3 big-time future Hall of Fame, first ballot future Hall of Famers that a chunk of our budget is being spent on, and there's only so much left. So we have to do our due diligence and go out and again, establish the way we want to play, which I thought we've been doing. We've regressed a little bit defensively. Our offense have come around here of late, and just keep fighting a good fight, pushing forward one day at a time, man. But just having honest dialogue, not sugarcoating anything, looking at everything for what it is and being real, like being real. We're not one of these teams right now, as of right now, where we have 30, 40, 50 million in cap space.
No help on the way, Rob.
Was that the white towel? What was that? Go
ahead.
Was that the white towel?
Do you like him saying that? It's true, but do you like him saying it publicly?
Chris, but everybody knows that. What is? Yeah, it's an like he just said it. Darvin said he has 3 players, Chris, who are first ballot Hall of Famers. How many players do you expect? You got to make it work with that. What cavalry to save LeBron and AD? Who's coming on a horse to save those guys?
Well, look, LeBron, I know he's averaging like 24 points a game and all that. And look, for a guy that's about to be 38, for a guy that's in his 20th year, we've never seen a guy play at this level at that late stage of his career. But let's keep it real. LeBron is not play like a superstar anymore. He's not a top 10 player in the league anymore. Now, Anthony Davis is the real disappointing one. Because, Rob, we've said it time and time again. He should be dominant at this point. And he's played well, 23, 10, 2 blocks, shooting well from the field, has actually picked up his 3-point shooting of late. Defense has been great. He's having very little effect on the game. And I think some of that is as the game has become more and more perimeter oriented, more and more 3-point oriented.
He's been taken out.
It's just harder for a big man that's not like a Kevin Durant, like a natural born shooter,
right,
to dominate. Right now, Joel Embiid dominates, but Joel Embiid is darn near a great outside shooter, especially in the mid range. AD is not that, so I think that might be some of it, Rob. But here's the question I want to pose to you. Because do you disagree with Darvin Ham? Not what he's laid out as far as no one's coming to help and save us. But Rob, they're done. They're not going to get much. I don't expect them to play at a 2-8 pace.
Right.
That's a 20%. What would that be? That would be 16 wins. 17 wins. I don't expect that.
When I covered the Nets, Chris, in the 80s, that's what they used to win a year. 16 or 17.
In the 80s.
Willis.
So that was
Willis Reed.
Right. That was before Derek Coleman.
Yeah. That was the team before that. Willis Reed was the coach. Bill Fitch. Walter Berry was on that team.
Sledding.
Yeah.
For a writer.
Pearl Washington, the late great.
Pearl's one of my favorite college players.
It was that team, and they would win 16, 17 games a year. And I remember one year, no lie, when the Heat and Orlando Magic were born, the Nets played their first games ever on the road against them. They were trying to help them win a couple games. Right. You know what I mean?
And they probably did, right?
No, and the Nets won both games.
Really?
The first 2 games of the year. And Chris, they finished with 19 wins. And they won the first 2 games of the year.
Nah, I believe it. But I think they may win. They'll be doing, let's put it this way, they'll be doing well to get in the play-in. Right? They'll be doing well to get in the play-in. So the point is this. Remember, Rob, it might have been after the first or second game, J.J. Redick said the season should be all about LeBron because this team's not very good. Let's just celebrate his greatness as he's about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and become the all-time scoring leader. So what do you think? I think you agree with me that they're not going to be very good. What do you think this means for LeBron? If anything, in your opinion, like the fact that they might win 30 games.
LeBron has to make a decision on what he wants to do. Obviously, he could stay in L.A. and just finish out the string.
And he can't be traded, Rob, this season. That's just part of his contract.
So he could finish out the string here in L.A. and then decide after this season that he needs to move on. Because if he's trying to hang around and wait for Bronny, right? Chris, it's going to be a couple more years.
You're right.
And people aren't going to be satisfied with this in L.A. with LeBron as he hangs on waiting for Bronny. And then hoping that Bronny comes to join the like if I'm a Laker fan, I don't want any part of that. I want
you want the best player. If Bronny's the best player available, sure. But
But not if he's not. Just to totally pacify or satisfy LeBron. So if I'm the Lakers, I got to really seriously look at the situation and say, dude, you ready to move on? Or because nothing's happening here. We're capped out. Right. We got no space. We can't do anything. This is what you're going to have. A gimpy AD. Westbrook will be gone after this season, Chris. And look around. There's just not that much to cover.
They'll have cap room. It's not a great free agent class. Not like some of the awesome ones, right? So you're not probably getting a big superstar. Kyrie was a guy that would have been a target. He might still be. We'll see how that works. But yeah, LeBron will have to decide that, Rob. I mean, he signed up. Remember, he signed a 2-year contract extension. And we talked about the gimpy AD. A good question is what's LeBron? This will be interesting this year for LeBron as far as health, because he missed last night with a foot injury. He's listed as day-to-day. And we've talked about it, Rob. 3 of his 4 seasons in L.A., he's had a significant injury.
Right. The only one was the COVID year, Chris.
Right, where you got a 4-month break. So he could miss 20 some odd games, maybe. I mean, that's age. It's just that's Rob. It's not that a guy can't, a superstar can't go out and put up numbers here and there. It's can he stay healthy consistently for 80 games? And that's what LeBron continues to run into. So it's, I mean, he's got the guaranteed 2 years, but I don't know if he'll, we just got to see where his health is. He's obviously, when he plays, he's good enough certainly to stay in the league. But I agree with you. Look, I've said from the get-go, I love LeBron wanting to play with his son in the league. I don't necessarily love playing on the same team. I just, if it happens organically, that's fine. But I think that's more maybe a LeBron dream. This is my opinion. If Bronny, I mean, he's already in his dad's shadow and will be forever.
Right.
And so then to play on the team with him and you're even further in his shadow, his dad, I mean, maybe would still be better than him. You know what I mean? Like, that could be challenging.
Also, how the teammates would feel.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
some might feel like you only on the team.
Yep.
Because of your dad.
And then there's the other part of that. So,
yeah, I just think so. If he can hang around and stay in the league until Bronny retires, joins the league, that's great. But if he's not playing well, Rob, a team, Lakers or whoever, might not automatically get Bronny. Right? So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a great year individually for LeBron because he will pass Kareem if he stays healthy enough. But team-wise, I think they're in trouble. And then this offseason, Rob, I think they do need to have a heart-to-heart with LeBron and see, does he want to stay with the Lakers or try to go somewhere else where he has a better chance to win?